the problem. See a version of Buddy Ryan's Bear 46 defense. There's Bart Scott. He's the contained player right here.
We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack.
The Oakland Raiders going to run an outside run play, and look at the block that Kevin Boss gets on Bart Scott.
To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. Especially you, Tom Jackson.
Absolutely pancakes him and off to the races for Darren McFadden. Right here. Here's the block. He has contained, Bart Scott does. Look at how Kevin Boss absolutely manhandles him right there.
People gave us no chance, like we barely made it in playoffs. We're a good football team.
That's not the only time that it shows up. Same football game now. Look at Bart Scott. They're going to run his own play away from him. They're going to win at the point of attack, the Oakland Raiders are. Look at the lack of hustle to the football by Bart Scott, getting passed by defensive linemen running to the football.
Way to have our back, Keyshawn. We know we were a much better team than we came up and represented ourselves, and we're pissed off. Anybody can be beat. Talk crap about the defense like we ain't the third best defense in the league.
Bart Scott, you know it's long overdue. I didn't make a video about you when you smiled when Trayvon Diggs went down for the season. I'm going to now. Oh, Bart Scott, Cowboy hater aficionado. Every time this man gets a chance to hate on the Dallas Cowboys, you know he is going to take that opportunity. He cannot wait to get a chance to put Dak Prescott down or to look at the flaws of the Dallas Cowboys as a whole. And he truly points them out. I was going to make a video about you, Bart. Old SpongeBob SquarePants head having ass. But I didn't because I didn't have time. I didn't have time to. Today, I got time. It all started with Get Up this morning. They were talking about the upcoming matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the 7-1 Philadelphia Eagles. The graphic at the bottom of the screen showed the panel's picks and, of course, Bart, you were the only one to pick Philadelphia. Greeny ended up changing his pick, and he made up some excuse why he was changing it so Bart didn't look like the hater that he really is. That's not the reason why the man and his takes get to me. Nah, it's not that. It's the smugness in his face when he gives some of the most ridiculous takes on ESPN. Let's go ahead and rewind the clocks back, Cowboy Nation. And I know you guys have seen this, but I am going to show you the clip of Bart Scott's reaction to the Trayvon Diggs injury, and we're going to come back and unpack my raw and uncut. I usually put it in the screen up here, but I'm going to show y'all in full screen so y'all can see this man's face. Just go ahead, take a look.
To swipe linebackers out to take away short routes. This is a major, major blow for Dallas, and like Stephen A. always says, just wait. Something bad always happens.
Did you see the look of accomplishment on his face? As if he had the best take of the week? After this take, I stopped putting any weight into what Bart Scott had to say because I saw his blatant disdain for the Cowboys. And I just saw that in the way he looked and the way he smiled after he said what he said and before RC actually interjected. Did you see that? That showed me that he doesn't care about the Cowboys, that he doesn't want the Dallas Cowboys to succeed, that he's going to vote against the Cowboys every chance he gets. He wants to try and climb that hater mountain and sit up there with like Stephen A. Smith. Now let's get back to Get Up. Bart Scott will go against the Dallas Cowboys any chance he gets. He can sit there and smile at Trayvon Diggs for hurting his knee. If he can do that, that's not a person that we really want to associate with when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. He said the Eagles are a more complete team. But I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, he was a participant in the underdogs beating the favorites. The Patriots were the more complete team when the Jets beat them. When David slayed Goliath, He stood in that interview and dogged the talking heads for not believing in their team and its defense. Now, he's the talking head that's not believing. He had all the smoke for the non-believers. It's not out of the realm of possibility for the Dallas Cowboys to come out Sunday with a dub. It's not. Bart goes into listing the Cowboys' weaknesses as if he got them figured out. Week in and week out, he sits up there as if he had this illustrious career while putting these other guys down. Y'all saw in the clip that I played for y'all, Bart will probably not be going to the NFL Hall of Fame, but he passes judgment as if he performed at a super high level while he played. I mean, as a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and get into this man's stats. Y'all ready? Let's take Squarehead off here and pull his stats up. Here we go. Man, they didn't even show his face. Y'all see that? Yeah. I can't look above my head, but they ain't even show his face. Oh, Squarehead at. Anyway, this man started playing with the Baltimore Ravens in 2002. That year, he played 16 games in the regular season. That year, he had 16 solo tackles, 1 tackle per game, 0 tackles for loss, 0 sacks, 1 interception. His best year, as far as tackles and sacks went, was 2006. He didn't get his first sack until 2005. 3 full years after he was picked, and it wasn't until 2005 where he recorded 4 sacks. He was considered a dominant player when he played for the Ravens, but he quickly fizzled out when he went to the Jets. His stats were subpar when his team made the playoffs, and he wants to sit up there as if he's this Hall of Famer? Come on, dude. This guy was a non-factor 7 out of 10 years. He was in the league, and First Take expects us to sit up there and listen to what he has to say. You can't even consider him a draft bust because he wasn't even drafted. He was eventually picked up by the Baltimore Ravens. After his contract, they shipped his ass out to the New York Jets, where, according to Bleacher report, he's among the 8th most overrated New York Jets in history. I'll put the link to the article in the description. ESPN, I hope y'all can give this milk carton cranium having ass dude a better script to read from. I'll be looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. As a matter of fact, I really
can't wait.
This has been your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan, coming at you with another video. If you like the contents of this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like. All of that is free to do, ladies and gentlemen. Tell a friend who has a friend that's a Cowboys fan what we do here. We call out the haters of the 4-letter and 3-letter networks. We call out the haters of the Cowboys around the league. And we call out those sleeper cells in Cowboy Nation. This is your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan. I'm out.